Welcome back to the 100 spin test. In today's episode, number 69, we continue our dive into the murky waters of roulette strategies, where promises of guaranteed wins often sink faster than a brake pedal in a speeding car in a suspense movie. Ever wondered if these so-called foolproof strategies can withstand the chaos of real-world distractions and cognitive biases? Well, you're in the right place. Let's see what happens. Today's test is from a variation on the Roulette Master's strategy Never Lost All Year as suggested by AVI Gen X after I tested it in video 57. Since I play online, I prefer the European wheel, so we'll use it. There are 18 winning numbers out of a possible 37. So there is a 49% likelihood of winning on each spin. This bet pushes on 12 numbers, so if we disregard those pushes, there is an 18 out of 25 or a 72% chance of winning. The presence of the zero allows the casino to Pac-Man fever 2.6% of each bet in aggregate, so our expected loss is 81 units. Since this is a tiny bet, I'll play with real money on the low-stakes table. I mean $3 is $3. To simplify things for analysis and scaling, I've set the unit size to 1 cent. So, place 2 cents on the 19 to 36 and 1 unit each on the first dozen. We will win 1 cent if the ball lands on 19 to 36, and lose 3 if it lands on 0, or the 13 to 18 double street. It's a push if we land on the first dozen. As always, the animated graph below shows the progress of the strategy as misplayed and gives an idea of how volatile the bet is. There is also a table below showing the payouts and losses for this bet. A link to Jack Ace's bet analyzer that contains much more information for this bet can be found in the description.
Now let's speed things up and watch the progress.
It's hard to get excited about 19 cents, but we need to look at quantity of units won or lost, not the value of those units. So, it was a 6% return on investment. This bet might be good for dropping while waiting for your favorite trigger or holding your spot on a table. Losses were rare and there were some long runs without a loss. That being said, you won't win much with this. I ran the routine statistical tests on the results. I've excluded pushes on the following. The average number of spins before we got a hit was 1.2 with a standard deviation of 0.5. That means, disregarding pushes, it took about 2 spins to get a win 65% of the time and 3 spins 95% of the time. We had one streak of 11 wins before a loss, 1 of 7, 3 of 6, 1 of 5, 1 of 4, 2 of 3, and one streak of 2 wins between losses. We also had one streak of 2 losses before a win. This way of representing the data may seem confusing, but I mention it that way for planning progressions. On a push, you generally don't increase your bet, so I focused on the progression and reset steps only. Pushes can seriously hide bad streaks. Push it good. The hell was that? Yay, Gen X's represent. Including those troublesome pushes, there was one repeater. 20 repeated once. The hot numbers were 32 with 7 hits, and 6, and 23, with 5 hits each. The cold numbers were 2, 16, and 18, with no hits each. We were in profit for 85% of the test. If we look at this strategy based on units won, it comes in at 38, but it rises to 23rd if we consider win percentage. I've bet with fake money, real pennies, and dimes. To reiterate, the outcome is based on units, not real or imagined currency. If I bet dollars instead of cents, I would have been up $19. Keep in mind that casinos don't exist to make you rich. In fact, they exist to drain from your wallet whatever you allow them to take. Never take gambling advice at face value. Test any strategy that you plan to play on a free online game and read as many critiques about the strategy that you can find. Some strategies only work for a limited time, and the remainder don't work at all. Adjust your risk and loss tolerance accordingly.
Good luck until the next time.